This is Vinny Chopra, Vinny Smile Chopra. Thank you for following me on social channels, listening to my podcast, YouTube channel, all the different channels, and also liking the podcast. Please give us a 5-star review, subscribe to it, share the content. My blogs are there. Please watch them too and read them. Also, YouTube channel, all the different ones. My Vinney and Beau show on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific every week, and also Abundance Mindset with Vinny and Walter Amarello on Thursday live. Please enjoy this show. Thanks again for everything. God bless you. Hi, friends. This is Vinny Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey, Vinny, what are these over here? I wrote this book a few years back. Apartment syndication made easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening. 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children. And the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor. Go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it. But I would highly recommend for you to get these or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education. Good morning, friends. This is Vinny and Beau. Vinny and Beau show. We come to you actually every Friday at 9 a.m. I hope you're liking the content. We are trying to give so many great hacks and things that we use in our businesses. We are growing our businesses to the next level and next level. And that's exactly what we try to do in this segment. Today is a great topic on business ownership trends in USA. As a matter of fact, as the election year is here, and there will be some great, hopefully the Congress will pass and the House will pass, where the businesses can get $50,000 tax credit, small businesses. Actually, 99% of the businesses in USA are small businesses. It's amazing. The statistics are astounding. Bro, how are you, brother? Thank you for putting this PowerPoint together for us. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I think that's the best proposal I heard. That could, if that gets passed, that could stem 25 million new businesses. And so that's what I thought we should talk about today is like, what are the shifts happening in business ownership? And whether you want to own a residential assisted living facility, you want to work in senior home care, you want to work in franchise ownership, all these combined are great opportunities. Let me go to the first slide. So it's a little bit dated, but I pulled the data, but it's going to just show you what's up. In 2019, for example, family business ownership stood at 13.4%. In 2022, it's 14.6%. I think it's over 16% now. This upward trend reflects the resilience and entrepreneurial spirit of American families. So demographic shifts in business ownership. Here's another one. Increased diversity. The demographic distribution of business ownership has shifted, with more underrepresented groups gaining a foothold in entrepreneurship. Generational changes. Younger generations are bringing new perspectives and ideas to the world of business, shaping the future of entrepreneurship. Geographic variations. Business ownership patterns may vary across different regions, reflecting local economic conditions and cultural influences. All right. A big shift here is Black and Hispanic business ownership has increased dramatically. And so I think that all comes down to getting out information. That's AI. I
Uh-huh.
don't know what AI is.
Yeah.
AI
That's
generates this.
okay.
I'm trying to see what boomerang means, but anyway, I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
it's just AI. And these shifts are here, right? And I think the thing about educating people on entrepreneurship and getting this in front of everyone with the power of YouTube University and webinars, more people are understanding, look, I don't necessarily need to do the W-2 thing. I can go start my own tree trimming business. Actually, I'm
Mhm.
having my tree chopped down in front of my house today. And I went
Uh-huh.
onto an app called Thumbtack and I was getting quotes. To
Contact.
cut
Yeah.
down a little tree, somebody was going to charge me $1,000. It's about 2 hours of work. So
Mm.
these boring service-based businesses can make you a multimillionaire. So you don't need to,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be fancy. So you don't have to, I think that's the trend I see is people are going, okay, like instead of maybe going to a university, I don't like school. I'm not being a
Mhm.
doctor. Can I
Mhm.
own a business? I'm
Mhm.
good with my hands. I'm good with people or whatever the case is. So you're seeing that shift across the board, I think, which is
I
good
do.
because not everybody's cut out to be a doctor or lawyer.
Totally, totally. And again, I don't want to undermine doctors and a medical profession. How many loans one gets on? 350,000, $400,000 loans to get that degree. And then after that, they have to pay back all those loans. With entrepreneurship, with smaller amount, you're able to hustle and put your sweat and equity in the early age and get into a business. So much great potential. Cash on cash, we call it. Always the returns are immense when you're able to get into any kind of parts. Again, I was going to say, Bo, like W-2 jobs. A lot of people are frustrated with W-2 jobs, but it's the side hustle. That's the beauty of it. I think people should always be thinking about how can I increase streams of income with a small business, which could become bigger business. And that's what you're talking about in franchising, right? Where very small amount of money you could put into some small business which could grow bigger and bigger.
Yeah, there's businesses for everybody. That's why I like franchising because it's you don't necessarily need to be a total entrepreneur with the idea. You can buy into a system, and the
Hmm.
question is, can you do the function of what that owner would do? So you got
Yeah.
sometimes you have to manage and lead people. Sometimes they're more sales oriented businesses. So we
Mhm.
tailor a business. We help you find a business that would best resonate with what you can do, your skill sets, your capabilities, your financial commitment that you're able to come up with. There's really something for everybody, whether you're just starting out in vending, right? And
Yeah.
there's people that make big bucks in vending. But that, I
Mhm.
call that a gateway drug, right? A gateway drug, meaning I'm a corporate employee, but I want a side hustle. Vending is a good side hustle because you can
Mhm.
scale it up
Mhm.
slowly. You get the section 179 because you're buying the
Yep.
machines. So I'm not a CPA or attorney, but you can
Yep.
deduct 100%, and
Yep.
that can potentially offset W-2 income. So many people I talk to, Vinny, don't have really an income problem, but they have a tax problem because they have no write-offs. They're W-2 employees
Huge.
making 600-700 grand a year in Silicon Valley. I'm like, guys, you guys got to wake up too. Like this is why we're in the alternative world. And I reference a story that you told me actually, and this was like 8 years ago. We were in Danville, and I think Mario was with us. And
Mhm.
you were like, you said I made this much money this year, but I had five point
So
four
much
million dollars
negative in
in
depreciation
depreciation.
minus losses, man. At the peak, I had
Right.
$9 million in depreciation losses. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
mean, just you're yeah.
That story, I tell that story so many times. I say I was at lunch with a friend who's a big multifamily investor, and I still sticks out. He goes, "Hey, bro, I made X amount in revenue. I had 5.4 million in depreciation, so I deferred everything. I didn't have to pay any taxes, and that is
Yes.
the power of entrepreneurship. And that's why I always talk about it now, the triangle method, which is tax strategy, operating business, and own real estate. And that's why
Mhm.
when Vinny really dove into the residential assisted living space, why
Yes.
I love that is because it's an active business with real estate. So you get
Yes.
the benefits of business ownership
Hmm.
and you get all the accelerated appreciation if you want to do cost seg, right? And so it's a great gateway drug because you can also get an administrator, a manager that does the heavy lifting in the business. Obviously, there's
Yes.
a learning curve, as you know, Vinny. But so that
Mhm.
is a business I would say is an amazing business because there's over 10,000 people a day turning over 75 or whatever that statistic is.
Exactly. And 4,000 turning 85. And in the residential assisted living homes or centers, Bo, it's 80, about 83 to about 100 years of age. 70% are women, ladies who surviving because their husbands pass away. And the exciting part I want to share with you today is that we got the Gene Drive, my Scottsdale house, funded yesterday. It's ridiculous. What is happening is you could buy a single family home through a DSCR loan. If there is no license on it, it's not any business, you're able to qualify. And my friends closed on my direct lender friends, they closed on it yesterday. I got a really
Good.
good loan, 6.75 or whatever loan I got, 30-year fixed. That's beautiful. And with the, I think it's a 3-year or 5-year, whatever it is, for if I have to do the refinancing, right?
The prepay.
Yeah, prepaid. If the value of that house, 960 I paid minus 25,000 because of the credit I got. So 970, it will be worth 3 million with the business and the real estate in 2 years. And we are doing promotions. We are doing so much within a month. We'll have 5 people coming into our home. That's 25,000 income revenues. And we are doing an open house with 70 people coming on. And Monica is doing wonders with advertising and the folders and the pens and all these great things and flyers. So we are very pleased with it. And me getting it at the bottom level, I'm learning so much that I can teach people to really get into it without stepping on milestones. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's beautiful.
I got three more off market deals slapped in my lap this week. Three more. I've got
Oh my
two.
God.
So I'm selling the one which is a duplex I'm selling in Texas, and I've got 400,000 or so gains. So I'm going to put all that 1031 maybe into two more RALs in Scottsdale.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. That's the power of knowing strategies, guys. 1031 exchange.
Yeah.
You got an asset that might be making $2,000 a month, give or take, not much,
Yeah.
right? With all that
Yeah.
equity in it. Then you
Yeah.
parlay it and you buy two with the down payment for each of those two. And then the potential, because it's going to be a residential assisted, you might make
Yes.
15 or 20 grand a month per
Months.
residential assisted living facility. So you just turn
Yeah.
2 or 3,000 in cash flow. So let's just say conservatively 15 each. That's 30
Yeah.
grand of cash flow, right?
Yes. Yes.
A month. Yeah, so that's
It's
pretty big. Awesome.
it's mind blowing.
So go.
Terry Judge, right? Terry Judge, good friend of
Yeah.
ours with Core Solutions. I interviewed him this week. I interviewed really great personalities this week. Bronson Hill, Terry, a lot of other great people. And I was sharing with him with 10 RALs, residential assisted livings, if you're able to get in Florida or wherever. They are needed in every state. And you could make about 180,000 per year. That's close to 2 million cash flow with just 10 homes a year. And the beauty is that the seniors don't leave you. Once they like the service, you feed them right, you treat them well, they stay for 3.5 years before they die or they go to rehab or hospitals, things like that. So it's a very good business where it's not the multifamily where tenants leave and so residents leave because of jobs and all that. This is retired people. They have already made their money. They are retiring in their golden years. So I just like this segment, which is overarching demand is there. And if you trace true to your north, I call it, be honest and give the best quality service, then this is a great business for people who want to do it. Yeah.
Going back to the slides,
Yes.
gender
Yes.
breakdown. About 59% of entrepreneurs in the United States are men, 41% women. That's shifting too. You're seeing a lot more women uh,
Mm.
getting into the entrepreneur space, which those trends will continue.
Mhm.
You're going to see a lot more minorities. It's going to really, the economy is going to boom because of this. The economy is going to boom because so many people are going to
Yeah.
take their destiny in their own hands. That is what my main message of today is: take your destiny into your hands. Don't rely on
Mhm.
anybody else. Build the skills every day. I continue to learn and build on my skill sets every day. Same thing with Vinney, 72 years old. He continues to build. If you continue to build, you
Yeah.
will never lose, because you're
Yeah.
always, even if you have some, of course you're going to get slapped in the face once in a while. That's natural. If you're not
That's
getting
natural.
slapped in the
Very
face,
natural.
you're not
Yeah.
pushing. Get slapped in the face once in a while, but if you continue to learn and grow, you will survive and thrive. All right, so that's an interesting stat there too. And then if we go to the next slide, right now 71% white entrepreneurs, 14 Hispanic, 6% Black entrepreneurs. I didn't
Mhm.
really pull this data, but it's probably off some data sites because I used AI
Mhm.
to generate this. But I'm
Yeah.
assuming that that's pretty accurate. You're going to see this number starting to balance out because there's so much information out there for people to take advantage of business ownership. Look, you can go right now and you can start learning on YouTube. Now, you can't believe everything you hear on YouTube, but you're going to learn and you're going to start fact checking what type of business. Sometimes I go on YouTube and I'm like, what kind of businesses am I
Mhm.
interested in starting? And I'll learn
Mhm.
about starting a business where you deliver medical, like medical supplies. There's all
Mhm.
these. You can get these box trucks and start a delivery service, because look, you could subcontract for the Amazons and the logistics company. Logistics is a $12 trillion industry, people. There's so many opportunities. So find something that looks good. Get in
Yeah.
there. How hard is it? You get a business license. You go lease a vehicle, and you're in business. Then you get signed up with these platforms and you're driving and you're making money and you're making your own hours and you're creating your own destiny. So it doesn't have to be some elaborate plan. So this is exciting. Conclusion and takeaways. Evolving landscape. The
Yeah.
demographics of business ownership in the United States are shifting.
Mhm.
Opportunities ahead. There's still work to be done for getting more people into business ownership. There's a lot of good initiatives. There's some, proposals about the $50,000 tax deduction for people that
Mhm.
start businesses. That I believe that would be something that I believe, if that gets passed, it'll be amazing. Guys, these are the things that I think are very important. But regardless of this proposal or not, if you understand business ownership and you understand the tax advantages that you can potentially have,
Sure.
the tax code
Yes.
wasn't written for W-2 employees, for small business ownership. So that's what really excites me. So I think that, yeah, we have some problems in our economy for sure.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think the saving grace is that the little guy out there
Yeah.
is going to continue to thrive, and the small
Yeah.
businesses will drive us into a new world. And I think
Mhm.
you will see those trends, and then you couple that right with technology. So all of the people that are adapting to AI and these things, like I just made this presentation in 2 minutes, right? Literally 2 minutes or less. I made this
Nice.
presentation, and it wasn't
Yeah.
that bad. And
Yeah. No.
so the point is, like, embrace all of the tools out there, continue
Yes.
to learn, then take action. Like Vinney, when he said, I'm going to do residential assisted living, the guy went for it, right? Now he's got two, amongst all the other stuff he has going on. He's going to look at 2 or 3 more acquisitions in the next 4 or 5 months. Then
Mhm.
he's on his way to just this business. When he gets up to 10 and he gets them stabilized, he's going to make 1.5 to 2 million in cash flow off of just that business, right? Off those 10 units. So, guys, it's out there for everybody. Now,
Can I
we
say
need
something?
one.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you're saying that that is the cash flow of 1.5 to 1.8 million a year. But remember, the value of the real estate and the business. So when I buy 960, it's going to be 3 million. The whole, so that's the equity gain, which we are not counting yet. So essentially, it will be 300% of the each of the homes also. It's mind blowing. Once I put these numbers on Excel, it just blew me away. It's not only the
and also,
cash flowing part of it, yeah, it's the gain in the whole business, and I can sell the whole damn thing, 10 of them. 30 million then.
And also your residents are paying down your mortgage, right? So you have
Yes,
mortgage pay
yes.
down, you have
Mm-hmm.
appreciation of the asset, you have appreciation of the business by driving top line revenue and
Yes.
net earnings. You're driving that. On top of that, you're getting tax incentives or tax
Benefits.
strategy by
Mm-hmm.
taking these $2 million of assets. These you basically paid $1 million each, right? Two
Yeah.
million. You're gonna have probably about 200 to 250, say 200 grand per building in
Yeah.
accelerated depreciation. So you have $400,000 that you can then use to offset some of the earned income on the other income
Mm-hmm.
sources you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have to recapture, but what you'll do is you'll do a 1031 exchange down the road
Yep.
on the
Yep.
real estate portion of it. And then the
Yep.
question is this is what I want to know. And we need to get a CPA on. When you sell a business with real estate, can you 1031 the proceeds from the allocation of the business too? I think you
Ah.
can. I'm not sure. I'm not a CPA.
Mm.
Let's get a
Yeah.
CPA on and let's dig into this a little
Take
bit.
it on.
Let's do it.
Let's bring on our brother. Oh my gosh. I would love to bring Sheikh Ji. He's my CPA also, very savvy CPA. Or we could bring Ted Lanzaro, who has been in 30 plus years in real estate. Ted was on my show lately. So we'll be publishing that podcast. But I could bring him on. That'll be great. Yeah. That'll be amazing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of opportunities, guys. I think that the thing is taking action and moving every day towards your goals and like continuing to learn.
Yeah.
I know I am. I'm like, I was at the gym this morning. I was doing cardio and I was like, I was listening to something I wanted to learn. And I do that. I'm
Mhm.
like, look, I'm knocking down two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
That continue. I was doing dishes last night as my wife was putting the baby to sleep. What was I
Yeah.
doing? I was watching another training session that I wanted to learn. Like
Yeah.
I have to do the dishes because my wife is busy, so I don't normally
Sure.
like to do the dishes. But I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm doing the dishes. Might as well learn something as I'm
Yeah.
doing that I can bolt into my business. And so,
Hmm.
like people say they don't have time, you do have time, guys. And make sure you're looking at where you're spending your time in that 24 hours and figure out how to best maximize with leverage. How do you leverage your time so you can get more efficiencies and create better
Though
revenues
you
for yourself
you
and your
you
family?
you you hit the nail on the head. We all got the same amount of time. Have we prioritized it? Have we written down what are the three most important goals this week that you want to accomplish? And then are you delegating? See, the problem is when we try to do everything and we burnt out and we are just so discontent and everything and the products, the activities don't bring results. We need to be Prado principle 80/20. We need to be concentrating on the best activities and delegate the ones that other people can do much better. That's the real key to success is to delegate as much as you can and delegate and accountability also. Hold them accountable when you give to VAs or team members and things like that. So that's a big thing. You got to bring the vision down to your teams and make sure that you delegate and keep them accountable.
I love it. I love it. Guys, we're at the top of the hour or the half
Yeah,
hour here.
thank you.
We got some
Thank you.
nuggets dropped. Have a
Yeah.
great weekend, everybody. Thanks for joining again,
Great
Vinny.
one, guys.
And as always,
Thank you, brother. Thank you so
yeah.
much. We'll see you next Friday. Yeah. Bo and I are together to really bring the best to get your business to the next level.
Do me a favor, subscribe and share. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you in the future.